So when I was asked to speak about love, it is not hard for me to say yes because if you haven't got to know me yet, I like to talk. My children will attest, I like to talk. That is not my problem. So I easily agreed to be able to write and talk about love. I thought it's love. It's an easy subject to think about and talk about. Problem is, it is easy to think about, but it brings up all sorts of different feelings that aren't just love. It's a lot of things that kind of muddle around in your thoughts in your mind when you start thinking about what love has meant to you, your history, your future. My father has a great saying about me. I really know how to make my life complicated. Um, and it's very easy to see because I have this paper that has all sorts of things written in around margins. We are just not gonna really mess around with it too much today because I think that love is complicated. I know love for me is complex. So I want to break it down into the simplest way I've been able to come up with that I do on a regular basis, which is the more love that you put into the world, the more you're going to get out of it. And for me, I do that as much as I can. And it's easy sometimes because I have the ability to do it in ways that are different based on how I was educated, where I live, the people in my life. I can easily take the time and give that love. But I also know well enough that it's not that easy for everyone. That there's a lot of other factors and things that complicate their lives that I can't begin to feel the same way about because I didn't live the lives they lived. But every time that I put a bit of love into the world by opening a door, smiling at a person walking down the street who has no idea who I am, by giving to causes to the people around me who are raising money for their children or for their needs or the needs of the community, getting a random cat off the side of the road, worrying about what's going on with it, and then eventually letting it go, thinking it probably does have a home, and if I take it home, it's going to be a bad time for them too. By seeking out friends who you know are having a hard time, saying thank you for the things that they give you that you might not even be aware of. Telling your mentors thank you for the time that they gave you, that they might not be aware of the things that they gave you and how you've grown from them. Listening, even when it's hard. Listening to my children when it's hard, which it is hard, and for them as well. But listening to them, listening to your parents, listening to your loved ones when they need to be heard. The complicated part, and this is where it really stuck me. I love everybody. I always have. And so love is complicated because I share my love very freely with all people. A lot of people, it's a lot of different things you have to worry about. It's complicated. But with God, it's not impossible. Because where you can't fill in the gaps, that's where God fills in the gaps.